Shalom, beloved. This is Gabriella Powers and Spark 22, Discovering the Light of Hebrew. In honor of Yom Kippur, which is at the end of this month, we are going to be doing a three-part word series based off of the scripture Leviticus 23:27. That scripture says, "Also, the 10th day of this 7th month shall be the day of atonement, or Kippur. It shall be a holy convocation for you. You shall afflict your souls and offer an offering made by fire to Yahuwah." So the main goal of these word studies, beloved, is not to delve into the different aspects of the Day of Atonement, the different rituals and things. What I would like to do is answer the question, when the Hebrews first heard the word Kippur, or atonement, what did they associate that meaning with? What did that mean to them? And that is the question that I would like to answer. Now, we're going to be doing in the future a word study on afflict and souls, which is nephesh as well, all before the Day of Atonement. We want to be nice and prepared and understand the definitions of these words. Now, the first word, Kippur, has 3 letters, Kaf, Pei, and Resh. The first letter, Kaf, represents the age of serviceability in the numerical value of 20, can also represent a complete set. The ancient Picto version of this letter represents the palm of a hand, or to open. And we know that's where we receive blessings from when we extend our hands. It represents the latent power of the spiritual to be made manifest in the physical. It shows actually the potential of the spirit realm to be made physical. It also represents the palm of Yahuwah always presiding over us, and spiritual focus and concentration. In essence, it's a riddance of distractions. The second letter, Pei, has a numerical value of 80, which represents strength in human life. It also represents foundation or strength. It represents mouth, word, expression, and vocalization. The third letter and final letter, Resh, has a numerical value of 200. It represents the head and the beginning. It represents humility, but it can also represent evil. So, with those 3 letters in mind, I would like to answer the question, what is Kippur? What is atonement? What did it look like and feel like, and what did the ancient Hebrews understand atonement as, and what does it look like from Yahuwah's side? We'll take the first letter, Kaf. It shows in its numerical value of 20 that atonement comes in the proper season, when the one needing atonement is capable of receiving it. This is very important, beloved. If you don't believe that atonement is needed for you, you won't come into it. It's a matter of humility. Kaf shows that atonement is the open palm of Yahuwah over us, actualizing our spirit potential of focus and concentration physically. Kaf shows that atonement is a riddance of spirit distractions and a manifestation of physical shelter under Yahuwah's palm. The second letter, Pei, shows us that atonement is strength of human life in its numerical value of 80 and is needed for a foundation. Otherwise, our mouth, words, vocalization, and expressions become evil. We take that hint from Resh, that has the opportunity to be evil, beloved. With a solid foundation in atonement, our vocalizations, mouth, expressions, and words become humble and the beginning of true spirit and physical life. Resh shows us that atonement ends in humility, which brings us closer to Yahuwah as we stay beneath his open palm. With all of those letters in mind, what I would like you to do, beloved, is to close your eyes. Stop taking notes, stop doing whatever. Close your eyes and imagine the open hand of Yahuwah covering you. We know that Yahuwah is spirit, so just try to use your imagination here. What it would look like if he manifested his hand physically. Close your eyes and imagine that. Imagine his prayer shawl spreading like a wing over you. Beneath his covering, nothing harms you. Your spirit becomes centered in his peaceful presence. Your distractions are gone. You can still see the world around you, but your existence is not like theirs, and the world's troubles don't affect your peace in him. This covering from his hand is atonement. Atonement cannot happen if the person is not ready to receive it, hence the affliction of the soul. The blood of Yeshua covers us spiritually and physically manifests over us in humility and being set apart. True and complete atonement comes when the nephesh, or the soul of a person, desires that separation from the distractions of the world and is no longer in a place of resisting the process of being made new. Making excuses for our sin, compromising truth for the sake of human acceptance, etc., are ways that we offer resistance to his atonement in our lives. In Hebrew, if one is not alive spiritually, they are as beasts with only physical lives. Atonement awakens our spirit lives, so our physical lives are manifested on the foundation of being set apart in him. So when you think of a day of atonement, remember those key factors, beloved. You must recognize your need for atonement in order for it to be applicable to you. That humility brings us closer to Yahuwah, so we're able to receive that atonement. It also manifests physically in our lives, so there is an actual evidence or a fruit of the atonement of Yeshua in our lives and being set apart. I hope that helps, beloved, and be looking forward to our next word studies on afflict, which is anah, and nefesh, which is soul. Shalom Aleichem.